My beloved child, do not skip this again, do not scroll away, because God Himself is trying to reach you and you keep passing by the very moment meant to change your life, and this is not by accident, not by chance, not because you were randomly watching. The algorithm was overridden to place this message directly in front of your eyes, and this is not just a video but a spiritual intervention. Something unexpected is about to happen suddenly and heaven needs your attention right now, my beloved child. God has been calling you quietly and loudly, through thoughts, through dreams, through repeated signs, and every time you ignored it, there was grief in God's heart because you kept delaying what was meant to bless you. Do not skip, because something huge is waiting for you. Something that has been prepared in silence while you were struggling, while you were doubting, while you were wondering why everything felt blocked. And right now you are standing in a rare divine grace window where years of delay are finally breaking. You can feel it in your body, the sudden warmth, the heaviness in your chest, the ringing in your ears, the chills moving through you. These are not coincidences, these are confirmations. My beloved child, an enemy has been trying to distract you at this exact moment, through noise, through sleepiness, through your phone vibrating, through sudden thoughts telling you to leave. But do not skip, because what is coming involves a person from your past, someone connected to your emotions, your reputation, your money, your future, and a decision tied to them is about to surface. A decision that will separate you from what has been blocking your blessings, and God is warning you now because once this moment passes, the cost of delay becomes heavier. Something huge is waiting for you, a sudden shift, a reversal you did not expect, provision arriving from an unusual direction, relief after years of pressure, and my beloved child, this is the moment to respond gently and faithfully. So like this message, comment Amen, and share it with 10 people, not out of pressure but out of alignment, so that Jesus and Archangel Michael may release what has already been authorized over your life. And as you do this, the breakthrough is sealed. You are not the same person anymore. The delay is broken, the cycle is ending, the door is opening, and what was held back is moving toward you now with authority, with speed, with divine order. Do not skip, stay here, because something huge is waiting for you and it is already unfolding. Part 2. My beloved child, do not move, do not let your attention slip even for a second, because the moment you are standing in right now is delicate and powerful, and God is speaking with urgency because this window was protected for you through resistance you never saw, through delays that were not punishment but preparation. And you must understand that what felt like silence was actually alignment happening beyond your sight. Do not skip, because something huge is waiting for you and it is closer than your next breath. My beloved child, God has watched you carry weight that was never meant to stay this long, weight in your thoughts, weight in your finances, weight in your family responsibilities, weight in your name and reputation, and heaven has recorded every tear you swallowed and every night you stayed strong when you wanted to give up. And now the season is shifting in a way that will not announce itself gently. It will arrive suddenly, unexpectedly, and with authority, and this is why distractions are intensifying right now. This is why your body feels restless. This is why noises feel louder. This is why your phone wants to pull you away, because the enemy knows that once you hear this fully, the hold breaks. Do not skip, because God is revealing that a person from your past, someone you trusted or once depended on, is tied to a decision that will surface very soon, a decision that affects money, status, future movement, or family direction, and you will be tempted to respond emotionally or quickly, but God is intervening now so you do not repeat an old cycle. My beloved child, you have outgrown a connection that once felt necessary, and separation is not punishment, it is protection, and this separation unlocks what has been blocked for years. You may feel sadness rise as you hear this, or resistance in your chest, or a strange heaviness in your stomach. But these sensations are confirmation that truth is landing, and God is saying, do not go back to what delayed you, do not negotiate with what drained you, because something huge is waiting for you on the other side of obedience, and the delay that followed you for so long is breaking right now, not slowly, not eventually, but decisively. My beloved child, you will notice signs increasing around you, repeating numbers, specific colors catching your eye, a song lyric speaking directly to your situation, a sudden ringing in your ears, warmth moving through your hands or spine. These are not imagination, these are signals that heaven is aligning timing, and God is grieving because you have been taught to doubt yourself when confirmation arrives. You have been trained by disappointment to second-guess divine nudges, but do not skip, because this message is here to restore trust between you and God. Something huge is waiting for you, and it requires you to stay present, to listen without rushing, to receive without questioning worth. My beloved child, there is a financial shift connected to this season, not just money, but relief, stability, dignity, and the ability to breathe without fear, and it will not come the way you planned, it will come through an unexpected door, an unexpected conversation, an unexpected reversal where what was denied returns multiplied, and this is why God is warning you now, because when it appears, it will test your readiness, and hesitation could delay what is meant to move quickly. Do not skip, because heaven is compressing time for you. Years of waiting are being folded into moments, and what took long to build is about to move fast. My beloved child, your name has been spoken in rooms you never entered, your effort has been noticed by eyes you never saw, and God is rearranging perception around you, restoring what was misunderstood, correcting what was misjudged, and lifting a shadow that followed you unfairly. And you may feel pressure in your head or behind your eyes as this truth lands, because clarity is breaking through confusion. Something huge is waiting for you, and it demands that you stop minimizing yourself. Stop shrinking your expectations, stop preparing for disappointment, because this season is not repeating the past, it is correcting it. My beloved child, God is asking you to stay alert in the coming days, to listen carefully to what is said and what is not said, to watch who approaches you suddenly, who resurfaces unexpectedly, who asks questions they never asked before, because not every return is meant for reconciliation. Some are meant for closure, and closure is what unlocks forward movement. Do not skip, because this is instruction wrapped in urgency, not to frighten you, but to position you. Something huge is waiting for you, and it requires discernment, patience, and courage to choose differently than before. My beloved child, you are not forgotten, you are not late, you are not behind, you are arriving at the exact moment alignment completes, and God is sealing this awareness in you now so that when the shift happens, you recognize it and move with it instead of resisting it. Do not skip. Stay anchored here, because this is not just encouragement, this is direction, this is preparation, this is heaven leaning close and saying pay attention, because your life is about to change in a way that cannot be undone, and something huge is waiting for you, already moving, already authorized, already unfolding. Part 3. My beloved child, stay with this moment, do not let impatience or doubt pull you away, because what is unfolding now is deeper than emotion and heavier than words. And God is speaking with intensity because the next phase of your life requires awareness, not fear, and obedience, not hesitation. Do not skip, because something huge is waiting for you and it is sensitive to timing. My beloved child, you have been walking through seasons where nothing seemed to move no matter how hard you tried. Doors stayed closed, answers were delayed, and you questioned whether heaven heard you at all. But God is revealing now that the blockage was not your effort, it was misalignment with people, environments, and patterns that could not go where you are being taken, and this is why separation has been painful, confusing, and lonely, because elevation always demands distance, and distance feels like loss before it feels like freedom. Do not skip, because God is lifting your perspective right now, helping you see that what left was not stolen from you, it was removed for you, and something huge is waiting for you on the other side of that removal. My beloved child, there is a moment approaching where you will be asked to respond quickly, to decide without having every detail, to trust without visible proof, and this moment will be connected to money, to a contract, to an offer, to a shift in responsibility, or to a change in how you are seen by others. And God is warning you now because hesitation born from past disappointment could cost you momentum, not destiny, but momentum, and heaven wants you moving forward without dragging old fear behind you. Do not skip, because this message is meant to rewire how you respond to opportunity. My beloved child, you may notice your body reacting as truth settles, a tightening in your chest, warmth spreading through your shoulders, a sudden heaviness followed by calm. These are not random sensations, they are signals that alignment is happening internally before it shows externally, and God is grieving because you were taught to ignore your intuition, to silence your inner knowing, to doubt the quiet voice that kept trying to protect you, but now that voice is being restored, sharpened, strengthened, and something huge is waiting for you because you are finally ready to listen. My beloved child, a person from your past will resurface, not necessarily to stay, reveal something that was hidden, a truth that changes how you see an old story, and this revelation will bring both clarity and closure is the key that unlocks forward movement, because you cannot step fully into what is ahead while carrying unanswered questions from behind. Do not skip, because God is preparing you to respond with wisdom instead of emotion, with authority instead of apology. My beloved child, the enemy has tried to keep you busy, tired, distracted, overstimulated, so you would not notice the shift when it arrived, but now awareness is sharpening, distractions are losing power, and focus is returning, and this is why this message feels heavy, urgent, and personal, because it is. Something huge is waiting for you and it requires your full attention. My beloved child, there is a financial reversal tied to this season, not just increase, but restoration. Dignity returning to areas where you felt embarrassed, relief entering spaces where stress lived for too long, and God is saying do not sabotage this by rushing into old habits or making decisions based on scarcity, because abundance requires a different mindset than survival, and you are transitioning between the two. Do not skip, because heaven is adjusting how you think, how you choose, how you respond. My beloved child, numbers will continue to follow you, repeating patterns will appear, specific words will echo, colors will stand out, sounds will catch your attention. These are not superstition, they are reminders to stay alert, to stay present, to stay grounded, because alignment is active, not passive, and something huge is waiting for you because you are finally stepping into agreement with what was already written. My beloved child, God is asking you to release resentment, not because it is wrong to feel pain, but because resentment anchors you to the moment that hurt you, and you cannot move forward while anchored to what wounded you, and as you release it, you will feel lightness return, breath deepen, clarity sharpen, and that is when movement accelerates. Do not skip, because this is instruction wrapped in urgency, not condemnation, not pressure, but preparation. My beloved child, you are not late, you are not forgotten, you are not overlooked, you are arriving at the precise moment where preparation meets opportunity. And God is sealing this awareness in you now, so you recognize the shift when it happens, so you do not dismiss it, so you do not overthink it, so you do not delay it, because something huge is waiting for you and it is already moving toward you with purpose, authority, and divine timing, and your role now is to stay awake, stay receptive, stay aligned, and do not skip what your soul has been waiting to hear. Part 4. My beloved child, remain here, do not let familiarity dull the weight of what you are hearing, because repetition is not weakness. It is reinforcement, and God is repeating Himself because this moment matters more than you realize. Do not skip, because something huge is waiting for you and it is pressing closer with every breath you take. My beloved child, there has been a quiet battle around your focus, a subtle war for your attention, because attention is agreement, and whatever holds your attention shapes your direction, and God is intervening now to reclaim what distraction tried to steal. This is why you felt restless before this message, why your mind kept jumping, why silence felt uncomfortable, because resistance rises just before release. Do not skip, because the resistance you felt was proof that alignment was approaching. My beloved child, you have been underestimated by people who only saw a fragment of your story, who judged you by a season of survival and not by the strength it built, and God is saying that misjudgment is being corrected, perception is shifting, and your name is being cleared in ways you cannot yet see, and this correction will come through an unexpected channel, an unexpected voice, an unexpected moment where truth surfaces without you forcing it. Something huge is waiting for you and it will restore dignity where you felt small. My beloved child, there is a choice ahead that looks ordinary on the surface but carries long-term impact beneath it, a yes or a no that affects direction, momentum, and peace. And God is speaking now, so you do not decide from fear or habit, because old instincts were shaped in seasons of lack, but new instincts must be shaped in seasons of provision. Do not skip, because this is recalibration happening in real time. My beloved child, you may feel a strange mix of urgency and calm, pressure and assurance, and this tension is not confusion. It is transformation, because parts of you are shifting while others are catching up, and God is patient but firm, saying stay present, stay awake, stay responsive, because something huge is waiting for you and it requires your cooperation. My beloved child, a cycle that repeated in your family line, in your finances, in your relationships, is reaching its end. And endings often feel uncomfortable because they remove what is familiar even if it was harmful, and God is asking you not to romanticize what kept you stuck, not to return to what drained you, not to reopen doors that heaven already closed for your protection. Do not skip, because obedience in this moment prevents regret later. My beloved child, there will be a moment where you are tempted to doubt the progress you cannot yet see, to question whether anything truly changed, but God is reminding you that roots grow in darkness before fruit appears in light, and just because others cannot see what is happening does not mean it is not real. Something huge is waiting for you and it is forming beneath the surface. My beloved child, pay attention to conversations in the coming days, to sudden invitations, to unexpected messages, to opportunities that feel aligned but slightly intimidating, because growth often arrives wearing the clothing of challenge, and God is strengthening your discernment so you recognize alignment even when it stretches you. Do not skip, because heaven is preparing you to move with confidence instead of hesitation. My beloved child, there is a release of pressure happening now, a loosening of knots you carried silently, and you may feel it as a deep breath you did not realize you were holding, a sense of relief that does not yet have a reason, and this is because peace often arrives before explanation. Something huge is waiting for you, and peace is the invitation to receive it. My beloved child, you are being repositioned, not rushed, elevated, not exposed, and God is covering you while moving you forward, ensuring that what arrives is sustainable, not overwhelming, and this is why timing matters. Why patience mattered, why delay was not denial. Do not skip, because this message is anchoring you in truth so you do not panic when movement accelerates. My beloved child, trust is being rebuilt between you and God, not through dramatic signs, but through steady assurance, repeated confirmation, and quiet authority, and this trust will guide you when choices appear quickly, when clarity is partial, when courage is required. Something huge is waiting for you, and trust is the bridge that carries you there. My beloved child, remain open, remain attentive, remain grounded, because this is not the peak, it is the threshold, and what comes next will confirm what is being spoken now, and you will look back at this moment and recognize it as the turning point, the moment awareness aligned with timing, the moment you stopped skipping and started receiving. And nothing after this will unfold the same way again. Part 5. My beloved child, do not relax your attention now, because endings carry as much power as beginnings, and God is pressing this into you with urgency, because what you do immediately after this awareness determines how smoothly the shift manifests. Do not skip, because something huge is waiting for you, and it responds to readiness, not noise. My beloved child, there will be a moment very soon where clarity arrives suddenly, not as a loud announcement but as a knowing that settles deep in your chest, and when it comes you must trust it without asking 10 different voices for permission, because too many opinions dilute obedience, and God is restoring your confidence to move without needing approval from people who never carried your weight. Do not skip, because heaven is training you to recognize authority within yourself again. My beloved child, you have survived long seasons by adapting, by compromising, by staying quiet to keep peace. But the next season requires truth spoken calmly and firmly, boundaries held without guilt, and decisions made without explaining yourself, and this shift may feel uncomfortable at first, but discomfort is not danger, it is growth. Something huge is waiting for you, and it requires you to stand differently than before. My beloved child, watch how situations that once drained you begin to lose their pull, how conversations that once confused you suddenly feel clear, how people who once held influence over your emotions no longer control your peace. This is evidence that separation has already begun. Internally, and internal separation always precedes external change. Do not skip, because God is showing you that freedom starts in perception before it shows in circumstance. My beloved child, you will notice movement accelerating after a period of stillness, responses arriving faster, doors opening with less resistance, support appearing where you expected delay, and this is because alignment creates momentum. And momentum feels sudden only to those who did not see the preparation beneath it. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is not fragile, it is stable, sustainable, and timed. My beloved child, guard your peace carefully in the coming days, not by isolating yourself, but by choosing where you place your energy, because not every conversation deserves your explanation and not every invitation deserves your yes, and discernment is the skill that protects blessing. Do not skip, because this is instruction meant to preserve what is arriving. My beloved child, there may be a Final test of patience, a moment where old patterns try to reappear to see if they still have access, and God is saying recognize it for what it is, a check, not a setback, and when you respond differently than before, you will feel something lock into place, as if a door quietly seals behind you. Something huge is waiting for you, and this response confirms readiness. My beloved child, you are not stepping into chaos. You are stepping into order, not confusion, but clarity, not instability, but structure, and God has gone ahead of you to ensure that what comes does not crush you but carries you. Do not skip, because reassurance is part of preparation. My beloved child, you will look back at the pressure you endured and realize it refined your discernment, strengthened your patience, sharpened your wisdom, and prepared you to handle what is now approaching with grace instead of fear. Something huge is waiting for you, and you are no longer the person who would mishandle it, my beloved child. Stay grounded, stay attentive, stay obedient to the quiet instruction that follows this message, because guidance often continues after the voice stops speaking, and God is close, involved, and intentional about every step ahead. Do not skip what comes next in your life the way you skipped moments in the past, because awareness has changed you, alignment has begun, and what unfolds from here will confirm that this moment was not emotional, not imagined, but directional, purposeful, and real, and you will move forward knowing that something huge was waiting for you, and you were finally ready to receive it.